Hey folks, how are we today? Just wanted to get on here and start recording this before I got too far down the road. That way you can follow along, of course. Um, Sitting here playing a little bit off camera, trying to get some of these little ancillary things out of the way. That way you don't have to see me struggle through it or you struggle through it, yada yada yada. But I've been working through some of the Thaumcraft stuff because a lot of the stuff we were at compared to the last episode was very minute, for the lack of a better term. And one of the things that I'm trying to build up to is start getting some of this electro magic tools going. The This is one I really want to explore, for lack of a better term. So, in order for all of this is kind of essentially this is Thaumcraft and industrial craft put together. But in order to get this together, we need to we need to progress through the Thaumonomicon. And as you can see here, I have. We've done a little bit. It's been probably it's probably been like 2 hours of offline, just like hammering through this stuff. But essentially, I'm trying to get over here to the automatic stuff for Thaumcraft. That way, it can make this process a little bit more streamlined and doesn't need to be so hands-on, for lack of a better term. But if you remember last time, we were at the we did basic alchemy, and then we came down here to alchemical metallurgy. One thing that you're probably going to have a problem with is you're going to have to the research table. It's very time consuming and doesn't really, I don't know, it's annoying. Let's just say that. So to get while you're in the alchemy, you're going to have to start researching alchemy to get past these two, the metallurgy and the aluminum. Aluminum, that's a weird word. To get to the Essentia smelter, and to get to the Essentia smelter, you need um, the theory, one of the alchemy theories. So let me I think it's either a theory or observation of it might be observation. I can't remember. I should have recorded this when I first started it. But we sat here on the research table and we created a theory, and everyone that we saw of alchemy, so you can kind of see the crucible in the back, we did until we got 100% level up, whatever. It'll pop up right here. So I don't have any of this on me, but I can run through this another day. So we did that. We were able to get to the Essentia smelting, and one that you're going to have a time getting through. Well, this is part of it. So the Essentia smelting has 3 steps. One is, I don't know if I can go back, but one, it requires you to have all 6 of the base Viz crystals, so all the elemental ones, and you complete that. Um, 2, you have to have 8 of the secondary Viz crystals, if you will, and that's going to be like this: the Vacuous, Victus, Potentia. I think Mortis was on there, Gellum was on there, Bestia was not, Permutatio is. I think Modus. I don't think Modus was. Lux was. Vitreous, and it was like 8 of them. You have to make them. To get through that, you need. This is going to be your best friend. So you just look up the essence. So if I want Lux, here's my Lux essence, and then hit your aspect from item stack. So JEI, and it tells you everything that has that essence in it. So just get you some of those. I think I just threw in a bunch of glowstone or glowstone dust. I think it was glowstone itself, and got what I needed. So I did that for every single one of those secondary ones. So this is going to be your best friend. Just type in the essence, So I want, let's just say I want, where was the one I had a problem with? Was it Mortis? I think it was Mortis. So let's type in Mortis, the death one. And oh, look, bones. So I grabbed some bones, threw it in the crucible, um, took my quartz sliver, which is literally just a piece of quartz. I'll show you real fast because it doesn't take that long. Literally just a piece of quartz, put it in there, and it makes 9. So it's kind of like the small pieces. What are those things called? Nuggets. I can't believe I forgot that word. Nuggets. So it's kind of like a nugget version of the quartz. And then you take these. Do I have any in here? I do. Look, watch this. Now watch. Take these and you just right click and it pops out a crystal that has absorbed, oh, I don't have enough in there, but it has absorbed the essence inside your cauldron. Let's go sleep so I don't have a creeper blow up on me again. Has that happened? So we did that. That was a very painstaking process. It'll take you about 30 minutes to an hour to do it. Once you're done, you can move on to the Essentia smelting. And essentially you make an Essentia smelter, which is the alchemical brass plate, a cauldron or crucible. Remember, this is a cauldron with so I don't mispronounce it, Salus Mundus. So you put down the crucible. Hang on. Thought I heard somebody at my door. You put down the crucible, or you put down the cauldron, and you right click it with Salus Mundus, and that's how you got your cauldron. And that's just a refresher. So we did that. We got another cauldron. We got our alchemical brass, which is instrumentum in our crucible, and we threw a copper in. Cobblestone furnace. So now that we have our Essentia smelter, and then you can have these arcane alembics that capture the essence as they rise. So it's kind of like storage essentially. So if this one gets full, it can move another essence to this one and fill it up. It can move another essence to yada yada yada. So it's kind of like a furnace. Let's see. I wonder if it'll take Mobius fuel. You think? Looks like it. We can take the Mobius fuel. Let's just put in some great wood planks. How about that? And it starts putting all the. Here we go. There's our essence, and then you can use vials and stuff to extract those. And there's our secondary essence, or our second essence out of that. You can use vials and stuff to extract that, but we need somewhere to store these. And that's that. Now you're caught up with where I'm at. So this was the Essentia smelting and the storage bladders. Now we're gonna work on worded jars, and that's where we're going to be able to store our essence and label it and stuff for whenever we need it. Because eventually, so let's go back to our main goal, which is to blow up and act like we don't know nobody. But we need, what is it? I forgot what it's called. Essentially, we need a type of altar that exists in Thaumcraft that sets up a whole like 8x8 grid on the ground, and it can pull the essence from those jars. So let's go ahead and make a couple jars before we go on break. The jars are just, I need a wooden slab. And it's just glass panes, wooden slab on top as the cap, and then boom. So now we can go over here. Oh, we got 5. Right click, it puts it into the warded jar, and there we go. Now you can put labels. So let's go to, and our blank labels are paper, slime ball, dye. I don't know if I have black dye. I do not. I have an ink sac. So let's get our slime ball. And then paper. What was it? 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Go back down here. You don't have to use, it doesn't like we have to use the arcane table, but this still serves as a crafting bench. Boom, boom, labels. The labels, oh no. Labels auto-populate. Auto-populate. So, bam. We got our Herba Essentia jars. And that's what we want to set up. We want to set up a network of these jars that have all the good essences and be able to pull what we need from wherever. So that's going to be our next system, is setting up somewhere out here. I want to set it up out here just to give it the nature theme, but I also think these great wood trees these great wood trees that I have planted has given us more viz in the area, if I remember correctly, as well as these silver leaves, which I think this isn't going to work. I think I just need one, so we'll leave him. But yeah, next we're going to start working on we're going to keep working through this. We need to get these files of Essentia when we come back, because once we get through this, it's going to be boom boom, and then we're going to be at the automation part of this, and then we'll be able to kind of plow through the rest of whatever we need to plow through to start getting some of this armor. Some pretty cool stuff. Essentially, it's like the nano suit, but you add all of the Thaumcraft tools to it, and then you can add like thaumium tipped drills or something, so it's supposed to go fast. I don't know. And then I've heard really good things about these solar panels. I'm not sure what I'm going to use them for yet, but I've heard really good things about them, so we might try to experiment with them. We might not. What is this? Kappa. Other than that, yeah, that's where thaumium. I wonder if this is like elytra, but made of thaumium. UU matter. Wow, there's a lot going on there. But we're gonna start. Yeah, we're gonna start kind of working with this. See what we got going on. I think the next step we have like this cat, the centrifuge. No, this cat is like an upgraded version of this. The Thaumium Essentia smelter. So I'm going to pause the video and get everything kind of set up, essentially. That way you don't have to watch all the little behind the scenes. If there's anything important that I struggle with, I'll record that as well. And yeah, I'll be back in just a second. All right, folks. Excuse me. Sorry about that. We are back. Unfortunately, it's been like a day later. I had the rest of this episode already filmed, but I wasn't talking I wasn't talking loud enough into the microphone for it to actually pick up all that well. And I just sound like I just woke up and was kind of just stuff like that. So we're back. I'm just down here checking on our EMC farm. It fills up pretty fast. I just emptied it not too long ago, so we're swimming in EMC. Other than that, we can go back up and get back to our Thaumcraft stuff, because I've made a lot of progress that I want to catch you guys up on. We're already at the top. Okay. It's a lot, and hopefully, because I kind of hit like a cruise control, I guess is a flow state, if you will, when I was doing all this, and kind of got a little carried away and got ahead of the game too much. So we moved our Thaumium Essentia Smeltery down here. I added a lot of these interdiction torches to kind of keep the monsters away. I don't remember if this was on the first half or not. And they also act as torches, so they light up the whole area. So it's just nice to be able to walk around and not have to worry about creepers and stuff coming up on you and blowing your whole project sky high. Anyways, let's get back to business here. Let's eat our pork chop before anything. So we made a lot of footwork. We gained a lot of ground here. That's the word. That's the phrase. We did the Essentia tubes one, which we're not using any of this yet. Yet is the key word. Before we get down to here, and the Essentia tubes required you to use the Essentia smeltery here and siphon out or distill out a lot of these other secondary Essentias, if you will, and put them into files. So one of them was, I think one of them was like Modus, one of them was Gellum. There was like 7 or 8 that we had to distill out essentially. But to kind of give you a quick rundown how this works, hang on, I need a file, empty file. Let's just take the stack. To give you a rundown of how this works, let's say we want to get the, what is that one called? Hang on, I'll be able to tell you here in a second. We want to get the give me a second, vinculum. I think that's the one it's called. So one of the ones we needed to get from this was called the vinculum essentia. If I can spell, it looks like a bear trap. And then if you search the essentia and the too many mods or whatever this mod pack is called, and then you click the JEI, the Thaumic JEI extension up here, it tells you every single item that has that essentia in it, and that's essentially, no pun intended, no wordplay there. What I did for all of these different essentia required us, I just went, typed in the essentia, and see what item it was very common in. So for this one, I saw that the amber from Thaumcraft holds a lot of it, so I went ahead. We'll go ahead and throw in an amber here. And then we need a little bit of burning material, so let's get a Mobius fuel. So we'll do that, and then we need to clear these. So to clear these alembics, just shift right click. We'll collect this. We can't collect that. So shift right click with an empty hand. And then as you can see, as this begins to burn, it'll start filling up these alembics. This up here, the Victus, is left over from something previous that I was smelting. So we'll go ahead and wait for that to finish up. It can only do one at a time, unfortunately. So once this finishes up, then it will start filling the bottom one. This is still left over, unfortunately, from other ingredient cells burning, but we can go ahead and clear out this Victus. And then next, after that, we should start all the stuff that's in ambers, which is the vinculum, and then I forget what the diamond one is, but we're about to find out. But yeah, we're still burning off other stored essentia that are in here. So we'll go ahead and clear this out. And then once our famous gets burned out, then what we have left over should be our vinculum and the other essentia. I don't know. I don't remember off the top of my head. There's so many of them. But that's how you get through this Essentia tube. And once you get through the Essentia tube, you unlock the Essentia centrifuge that I'm not using right now, and the Thaumium Essentia smelter. So get that going for us. I think it's just an upgraded version of this. And then that turns into alchemical automation. And that's when everything starts getting really fun. But in the meantime, I think we'll need this for our Maybe not. We definitely want to get here though. Anyways, before that, we unlocked like our warded jars, which is going to be nice for all the what am I thinking of? Auto crafting for Essentia and all these other stuff, because eventually we're going to need all that auto crafting for this. Because I really want to get into these electrothomic tools because they're really cool, um, and they essentially combine what is it, industrial craft and Thaumcraft together. All right, so now we got everything out of our Essentia tube here. There's our vinculum, there's our Famus, and then there's our Vitreous, which was the secondary. So now we just grab it out with a couple of files, and you can either leave it or you can clear it out, but I'm going to clear it out because I don't want that sitting around for some reason. And then we'll dump these back in. We'll put these up. And then we'll move on with our lives. And then I think I might have went over this, so I apologize. I think for the Essentia smelting and the warded jars, I sat here and made all these Viz crystals, which is kind of the same process, but with a crucible. You just sit there and look up what has what in it, and then be on your way. Also, with the warded jars and the Essentia tubes, I think you needed to do an alchemy theory, and the alchemy theory requires the research table. The research table is that's kind of annoying. That's probably why I didn't record it, because it's very tedious and kind of annoying. You need your scribing tool as well as your paper, because it uses one paper every click. But let's just start it off. So for that alchemy one, we will look for anything that has a cauldron behind it, yada yada yada. So for this, we only have 2 of these. So we can either scrap the theory and try again. So let's try that. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Create theory. Don't have any alchemy ones here, but here's one that gives us 20 of whatever for not doing anything. Nothing crazy here. We have tinkering here. We have to make a compass, but I don't want to do that. But this one, experimentation, it requires 2 of your bulbs up here, but it gives you 15 to 30% progress in a completely random category. So let's do a little bit of gambling here. And look, we got some alchemy. And essentially, we're going to go through this whole process and try to get 100% or over on our alchemy bar here at 21%. So we'll keep pushing through here. Oh, look, there's an alchemy one. For doing nothing, we get 20 alchemy. And then experimentation, we can get 15 to 30% in completely random categories. Or you have a moment of revelation, shows you the common links between all you've been studying. Your total progress is split evenly amongst all currently revealed and valid categories. And an additional category will gain the full bonus upon completion. So we don't want to do that. That sounds like they could take away from it. So we'll just do experimentation for now. Open up another page. Neither one of these is something I want, but since we already have Aromancy up pretty good, we'll do that. And then Universal Theory. It's kind of the same thing we just read. We don't want to do that. We'll just do Spellbinding again. But essentially, you have to do that until you get 100% on an alchemy theory, and you'll have one open. That was a quick and dirty explanation, but that's essentially, there's nothing crazy to this. It'll ask you to have random things in your inventory. So like on here, we got a good first pull for our alchemy. And this one requires, for 25 alchemy, we have to go put a Census Viz crystal and a Humanus Viz crystal into our inventory. And we have Census already in, so we just need to put a Humanus and we would get that. But you can see how tedious that can be and how tedious it will be. It's annoying, but it's part of the pack, and that's what we have to do. But look how, let's see if we can get, come here, come hither. Come hither. Oh, wow. It reaches that far. But let's see if we can get, yeah, it even deflects arrows for you. These torches are cool. They're very expensive. No, I forgot how to spell it. I came in second in my 5th grade spelling bee, so give me a break. Interdiction torch. And it's redstone torches, diamonds, 3 of them, your philosopher's stone, and 3 glowstone. And that just makes one torch, one singular torch. Anyways, I think those are the 3 that. Those are the, not 3, but those are the things that I've done to get to the point I'm at now. I want to make this alchemical automation, specifically the mystical construct. And it looks like we're going to need a crucible and two alchemical constructs. And if we go back to our Essentia tubes here, our alchemical construct is great wood planks, Essentia tube, ferrous plates, and all of this is in the will require a Perditio crystal and an Ordo crystal inside of the arcane workbench. There's a lot going on here. And an Essentia tube is a quicksilver drop, a brass nugget glass, and then ferrous plate. Ferrous plate is, I think ferrous plate was just 3 iron in the arcane bench. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. We'll do 6. I think we'll need that. Yep. So just 3 iron and it yada yada yada. Anyways, moving on. Essentia tube. We need quicksilver drops and what? There it is. We'll do that, and I think we should just be able to do this. And then we need alchemical bronze, which I think I've used up all of it, I believe. So let's go out here. I have. So let's go to our fancy dancy Thaumonomicon. We need instrumentum in the cauldron, and then copper. So let's grab some water. Booyah, okay. And then instrumentum. Let's turn on our little highlight feature here. I guess we don't have any. Yikes. That's annoying. So we can do this in 2 ways. We can go over here to our smeltery and we can grab, turn that off, instrumentum. Let's see if there's any pure, just something that gives us pure instrumentum and nothing else. I doubt there is. Looks like wooden tools might be a good bet. Let's what's ferrous plate? Or alchemical brass plate, I should say. What's down here? Brass gears, no. Wrench. Wrench is not a bad idea, even though it isn't EMC. What do these give? Nope. I think we're just going to do wooden tools just for now, even though they don't give a bunch. So we'll do like 3 or 4 of these. Why not 6? Earn it. Earn it. So that should be close. So now it's giving us all the herba here first. So the wooden and tree and nature aspect of it, and then we shall we'll have our instrumentum over here. Booyah, let's go grab our file. Yeah, let's just take them all. Knowing my luck, I would need all of them. You serious? Are you serious? Okay, hang on. To make this 20, because my OCD was going crazy. Let's go ahead and get one more. Wooden pickaxe. So we can do this. And get our... Hello? I guess it wasn't efficient enough. It is a kind of a... It is kind of annoying because... Hey, quit. No, go. Sorry, dog. Oh, it's because I didn't put it in the actual burn. Anyways, whoops. Um, that's annoying that you can't right click it into there. I guess because of the wood and it was thinking it was a fuel source, but anyways, we shall collect all our stuff out. That it? That should be it. Perfect. So I think we can just take our instrumentum and plug it right in there, right? Yeah. Let's get our copper. I don't think we need that much, but 2, 3, 4. That's fine. That's fine. Can I right click you? Yep. All right. Now that we're back in business here, we need these alchemical brass drops. That's what it was. So we have that. We need a piece of glass or two. We'll just do one for now, and then that's it. Let's make our pipe. 1, 2, bing, bong. Makes 8 of them. Perfect. Next, we need... So we need 4 of those. We need great wood planks, and we need 4 ferrous. So we have that. We need to get some great wood planks. So did I drop you off in here? I did not. I don't want to sacrifice. I don't want to sacrifice one of my great wood... Oh my goodness. Great wood trees. So there's one plank. Because I like them. Look how pretty they are. I think they also increase my vis amount. Over here. So, boom, 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 bing, bong, boom, boom. Voila. Look at there. Now we just make a cauldron. We need some Salus Mundus. So we need 3 random of these. 1, 2. I'll drop you in here. 1, 2. Buckle my shoes. Salus Mundus. So I got 3 of my crystals. I need a flint, and I need a bowl, and I need redstone. Right? We're not looking up the recipe. We're doing this on the fly, real time. Watch. Watch me. Did I do it right? I did indeed. All right, we need cauldron. That's right. Cauldron, and then we shall... So the key part here is where do I want to set this auto crafting section up? It'd be cool to kind of put it over the water and have like a floating island of Domcraft? You think? I think that'd be kind of cool. Oh, hello. Don't blow up. Or we just set it up over here in our glade. What do you think? I think we could do... Well, here's the problem. So I had a rift open up here from too much flux in the air in the environment, and it like burnt through half of my house. And then when it finally dried out, it spawned a big monster over here I had to kill real fast. So to avoid that, I kind of want to build it out here on the pond. But I don't want to take the time and build it right now, you know? But it would be cool. It'd be cool scenery, right? But that means I have to move all this crap over here. You know what? We're just going to go ahead and make it right here. What do you think? Let's make it up here. That way we can build a second story to this and have it like encapsulated, if you will. Pick this up. Pick you up. That's nice to know. If you break a war jar, it keeps whatever's in it. That's nice. All right. Construct and a crucible. So let's turn it into a crucible. Bing. Construct on top. Construct on the top. I think we need more Salus Mundus, so joke's on me. I should just honestly make a stack of it. But I don't want to burn through my crystals right now. Let's make we can make 32 of them. I have enough crystals for at least 32 something or another. Perf. Do I need 32 bowls though? All right. All right. We're back on the schedule here. I think it's gonna eat up all of my. No, it's not. Oh, that it didn't like that. All right. It did not like that. All right. Now that we have 32, let's go up here. Let's do that. Booyah. Thaumatorium. Now we can set up all our cool crap. So let's go in here. We got that checked off, and now we need infusion. So if we go on over to arcane infusion, we just do this. We need a theory and arcane fusion. Perfect. We're knocking all kinds of stuff out this episode. Perfect. So let's go ahead and crack our knuckles here and get some. Look at that. First one. Boom. What else we got? Do we have we don't need him. Disiderium and alchemical brass ingot. Do I have disiderium in my stash? You think? I don't think I do. I do have this, so we can do this right here. Follow me here. Follow me here. We're going to take that. We're going to wait for it to boil. We're going to get a file. We're going to get... $10. That's what we want. Boom. Boom. Oh, right. That's not how it works. Alright, well, I guess I'll take it back out. Waste of crystals there. Can we go burn crystals? You think we can burn crystals? I don't think we can. Oh, we can. But it's going to take all of my crystals in it. Watch. Oh. Fuel. Watch, it's going to take all of it. Watch, it's going to stop at 9. Oh, we did it. We did it. I need to make I need to put these back into a brass ingot, alchemical, so... See how tedious this research can get? It's very annoying, but like I said, it's part of part of the game. Like, we have to do that. Iron pickaxe and a file of machinima. Shout out. Watch, we're not gonna have it. I got 10 Viz crystals of machinima. Machina. Oh, that's annoying. That's really annoying. Because I know if I put 10 crystals in of that, it's not going to actually get it all. Because this thing isn't 100% whatchamacallit, efficient. So let's just do this. We can walk through it together. Looked up machina, whatever you want to call it. Let's just see what our cheapest option here is that we can pull from EMC. Levers, not bad. Buttons, not bad. Oak buttons are pure machina. Perfect. We don't need that much, but we do need a little bit. Because I want to get a couple of files of this. And we'll just sit here and let it distill. And yeah. This is so annoying. Now we need iron pickaxe, right? And of course we don't have iron pickaxe in our inventory, in our EMC. This is beautiful. Thank you for sticking around for this. There's our infusion. Got more infusion. Oh, look, a free infusion. Perf. Another free infusion. Perf. Feather and vacuous. I think I have that over here. I should really move this over, you know? Hello? You know what? How about we just do our handy dandy, oh, we got crystals. Let's go burn some crystals. Not the ones you're thinking of. So we need a feather too. Okay. Boom. Give me this. Thanks. Let's just do this. We already have our full arcane infusion here, so we're just kind of gain 25 progress divided evenly. Yep, we'll do this one. Perfect. Complete theory. So we got 2 infusion theories there. That's pretty nice. All right, let's dump this. Dump these into here. We shall put that in there. Put these in there. Put you back. All right. I need stone, a feather, and air essentia. Stone, feather, air essentia. Air viz. Stone, feather, air essentia. See, I'm glad y'all are seeing this to kind of understand the little bit of how, like, just tedious some of this Thaumcraft stuff can be. I need a file, so I need glass panes. I need glass. 6, right? Yeah. Yeah, you can just see how tedious this can be and how time consuming essentially. Like I could sit here and have hours upon hour episodes of just doing all this tedious research. And what am I missing here? What am I missing here? Oh, it's full glass. I'm thinking of the jars. That's okay. Full glass. We need 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. And then there we go. Let's get this. But continuing on my thought, you can see how tedious this can be and how, like, I could just have hours upon hours of just nonsense video of chugging through these, um, just chugging through these quests on the Thaumonomicon and doing all the research and whatnot. And then it would just be boring content like this is. I consider this boring because I mean, we're just sitting here doing chores essentially. It's annoying but tedious, and you have to do it because it's part of the mod pack. All right, we have to remember how to make niter. Lux, Potentia, Ignis. So I need 10 of these, right? Potentia. Is this one in it? Nope. What's this one? Nope. There we go. I need 10 of these, and I need, was it Ignis? Right? Booyah. Lux, Potentia, Ignis. 10 of each. There we go. Booyah. Give me my glowstone, and then we will be on our way. But yeah, I just hope you guys are at least getting some type of help from this, or maybe it's clearing up a few things for you. And we need arcane stone brick, and helping you out with some because some of the stuff I got kind of stuck on, especially with the research aspect of it. There we go. And then sorry, I'm in the zone. Sorry, I'm really sorry. Niter, runic, and then boom, bam, bop. Check this off. So now we have infusion, and we'll have to make all this crap too. And then let's go back to our alchemy. Now we can make our filling essentia and emptying essentia. Perfect. We're gonna be able to take the filling and emptying essentia and attach it to our thaumatorium, and it's gonna pull essentia from warded jars, but also be able to fill essentia from warded jars. So we're going to do that on the next episode because this has been long enough. This is probably going to be another 45, 50-minute episode of all this because there's just so much to do. And I hope that this helps you out somewhat, or maybe you just enjoy hanging out with me. Either or, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you watched. Yeah, jeez, man. Thaumcraft, there we go. There's a lot. And there's a lot I want to do with it, especially with the electrothermic tools and all that jazz. The Apocrypha looks really cool as well to dive into. So we might do that as well. But other than that, I hope you're enjoying the series. I'm trying to have a good balance between some more of the technical stuff and like industrial craft and whatnot, but also some of the magic, I guess, for lack of a better term, side of it with Domcraft. If there's other stuff you want to see, please leave a comment and let me know. I'd love to explore more. But these are the big two um, sides that I want to kind of approach with this. So I'm trying to do like every other episode, maybe have Thaumcraft and then the technical stuff in between, yada yada yada. But if you're enjoying it, leave a like, favorite, subscribe, all that jazz. Any feedback is appreciated, whether negative or positive. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Peace.